Well, I have to say, I didn't expect to have guests. We really just came for the captain.
Roush?
The last of the Palazar's fleet. But now that we have you too, well, it's all but the surest of victories.
What do you mean?
The Palazar sent these two to recruit your people into his war effort. That's what. Truth be told, I never believed they would find anyone in the old world. But now, my friends, you're part of the revolution, and the Palazar's rule is at an end.
How did you know about the mission?
Let's just say we gained a lot of intel before you two left.
I know that voice. The bar wench?
You don't get to call me that anymore. We were able to piece together the Palahar's plan after your night in the canteen.
Oh, no.
So, this whole thing's over. That's good, right? I think. Is that good?
Our fair city can finally rest easy. So yes, this is good. You have questions? My leader can answer them. She'll be ecstatic to meet you both. Her name is Roa.
They've got a lot of strange names up here.
Welcome to heaven.
Hello.
Do you know what heaven is?
I've seen the word in books.
They read. See? They're not barbarians after all. And they appear well-nourished. This one's as big as a gorilla. I apologize. I'm Roa, and this is the revolution.
Vesuvia. Ves.
Ark.
Worry not, new friends. This unpleasantness will be over shortly. You have to excuse the bloodshed. It's our first overthrowing, after all. We're still learning.
You mean the overthrowing of the Palazar?
Exactly this. It began as any revolution might. The few neglecting the pleas of the many for too long. We quickly got the upper hand. Bringing your people into the war effort was the Palazar's last resort. To enslave you and lead you to the slaughter. He is a most unpleasant man.
He was gonna use us as soldiers?
Cannon fodder would be more apt. In short, he only wanted the old world to snuff out the rebellion. Us.
I had no idea, my friends, I assure you. I thought it was a simple diplomatic mission.
Vesuvia, forget everything these men have told you about our home. Mosael, born in the Tower of Prosperity, is part of the elite, born into wealth, blinded by privilege. Their captain, however, is of a different sort. For the Palazar holds something very dear to him in exchange for his cooperation. Host, the tall one, is, quite simply, a monster, and literally a carbon copy of the Palazar.
What do you mean?
He's a clone.
And he is every bit as cruel as his creator, perhaps more so. Personally, I believe Host has been the man behind the curtain for some time now, pulling the strings. A master manipulator of sorts.
He retreated into their ship. I couldn't get to him.
A shame. He is the worst of them all.
So, I don't get it. Are these guys our friends or not?
You killed it, Captain.
I'm not so sure I did anything.
What was it?
Whatever it was, it never appeared before all of this.
What do we do?
We keep rebuilding, and we're destroying that tower. They're never finding this place again.
Even the girl?
She made her choice.
Forgive the stares. They've never seen people like you.
People like us?
Of the old world. We thought you were all dead.
What are these creatures?
We have a mammoth problem. The geneticists ran amok with fossilized DNA. Now, they're everywhere. They keep us up at night and leave an abundance of defecation on our streets. Still, quite a sight to behold, I guess.
And how did this revolution begin?
Your friend here may have the answer to that. The elixir.
Our world extends beyond the reaches of the imagination, Vesuvia. A world free from pain, from disease, from aging.
Reserved only for the affluent. What Mosael and his circle have forgotten, however, is that the poor get sick too. This is how it all began.
A withholding of basic human rights and needs.
You don't know the half of it.
Hold on. Before we go further, I need to know something.
Of course.
There had been a vision of the old world's complete destruction. A beam of light from beyond the sky. The captain told me about the weapon. Tell me the truth. Are we safe?
What was your name again, ma'am?
Vesuvia.
Such strange names. Vesuvia, if it's the truth you seek, then it's the truth you shall have. I have to show you something. The Solare, designed by the Department of Defenses, a solar proton accelerator and super collider, inconceivably destructive, aimed directly at the old world.
What are you saying? You were going to destroy us?
If the Palette Tsar had been successful in recruiting your people to join his war effort, then yes. Nobody joins a war to lose, Vesuvia. It was a last resort, I assure you.
Rausch said it was dismantled.
Well, we remantled it after the revolt.
There are families in the old world. Women, children.
There are innocents here as well, my friend. We're not the good guys here, because in war there is no such thing. But you should be happy to know that now that your world is on our side, this threat is no longer necessary.
You must think we're savages. I promise you, the Ascentrium was heaven once, before this dark period decimated the city. Before the massacres.
We never would have fought for this man or anyone. We are peaceful people.
Most of us.
This wasn't a risk we were willing to take. These are desperate times, and this weapon was a desperate measure.
This Palazar may be your enemy, but he was never ours.
I believe your captain here can attest to this man's cruelty. Heiss, the photograph. Tell them, Captain, how they tore your family apart.
The only reason I'm here is family problems.
I have nothing to prove to any of you. I just wanted her back.
He kidnapped your daughter?
And once the Palette Tsar learns he's been captured, she's as good as dead, isn't she? This is the type of man we're dealing with.
Rausch, I'm so sorry.
The Palette Tsar takes what you hold dear for ransom, lest you defy him. Not to mention, perhaps, what he has already done to the Earth, your planet.
What do you mean?
Roa. They aren't ready for the truth just yet.
Right. Perhaps tomorrow. I'll tell you the whole story. When all of this is over. Let's just say, this Ascentrium regime is responsible for the entirety of all human suffering.
I guess now you're gonna make us fight for you, huh?
No. Weren't you listening, my handsome friend? There's no more fighting. You're just our captives. Until the Palette Tsar surrenders the city to the people, that is. I would give it a day or so. Things move fast around here.
Yeah, I've noticed.
If you have us, and you're about to win this war, why should this weapon remain operational?
We need this to be a sure win, and we cannot let the Palette Tsar believe he stands a chance against us. Because without his last living pilot, and without his key to the old world, the Palette Tsar will surrender the city. A clean, non-violent end.
is key to the old world. Being me.
Exactly this.
So, we ended the war. That was easy, huh?
I guess it was.
In the meantime, while we await our victory, Commander Heiss will provide accommodations for you. You're less a captive and more of an honored guest.
It's a cozy little hideaway. A bath, a hot meal, anything you wish.
That's very kind of you all, in a way.
Take these men to the cells. And Heiss, would you kindly show our guests to their quarters?
You'll have to excuse the unpleasantness tonight. This is the first revolution in our country's history. We sometimes make mistakes. I'll be just outside if you two need anything. Additional rations, a hot towel, anything of that nature.
We will be fine, Commander.
This is the life, ain't it, Vess?
I don't know how you can relax at a time like this.
Come on, I'm making the best of a bad situation here. We're their prisoners, might as well kick back and enjoy. The big laser cannon, the destruction of the Sankt, it's all over.
I'm not so sure. It was too simple. This can't be the reason why we're here.
Vess, not everything has a reason. Sometimes things just happen.
I have a feeling that our work isn't finished yet. I think I have a solution for all of this, but I'll need your help.
Oh, what is it now? Jeez, Vess, we already saved one world today, and now what? You want to save another? You gotta learn to quit while you're ahead.
Not while people's lives are still in danger. Not while that weapon remains active. I think I know how we can fix all of this. For everyone.
I see that look in your eye again. Oh, can't we just relax for the night? Have a drink. Save the adventures for tomorrow.
I need you to distract the guard while I slip out.
You know, you're gonna make this situation a whole lot worse.
You have to trust me, Ark.
Oh boy, what do I do?
Just ask him questions. About the Ascentrium. Pretend like you're interested.
Hey, I am interested. Hey, buddy.
Arcadio, are the accommodations to your liking?
Oh yeah, this place is great. You know, this is my first time on another planet.
This is actually a moon of your planet. Before the migration, I believe they called it the moon.
Huh, I've just never seen it before. Where I'm from, there is no sky or anything. We can't even see the sun from down there.
How do you grow your food?
We've got growers and all that, and I don't know. I work in mining mostly, so I don't grow the food. I just eat it, you know? I was about to pour myself a shot. You in?
Oh, I can't. I'm on duty.
Come on, it's the end of an era. A little celebration can't hurt, huh?
Okay, just one.
Just one. Attaboy.
Vesuvia, what are you doing here?
We're going to his palace.
The palace? You mean meet with the Palazar? Have you gone completely mad? It's over. He's about to surrender. Your people are safe.
But what about your daughter?
It's too late for her. For me.
You can't give up on her.
I was once part of this revolution. My wife and I. During the massacres, we were captured by the Palazar's men. She died in their captivity. They took my daughter. They said they'd keep her alive, as long as I stayed loyal to the regime.
What's her name?
Oriah. I thought that if I brought back survivors, perhaps they would free her, and I could be with her again.
If you bring me to him, will he release her?
He might. I don't know.
Bring me to him. He'll have no reason to keep her.
You can't seriously tell me you'd trade a little girl's life for the lives of the Sankt. Roa, her fighters, They may very well destroy your world once they learn you've fled for the palace, running to the enemy with open arms. Not exactly a good look.
You have to trust me.
What is it you want, really? It can't just be to save my daughter. Is it peace? A way home?
All of it.
You're clearly insane.
I'm also your last chance.
So, let's go.
So there's more than a few mammoths in this place, huh?
I've got to say, I can't remember the last time I cut loose like this. Overthrowing a dictator, you know. The work never ends.
You know, you Ascentrians, you're all right.
When this is all over, I'd like to see the old world.
Oh, buddy, you'd love it. It's great, except for the monsters, of course.
The what?
Hey, how's your drink?
Alas, my friends have come to free me. You shall be greatly rewarded for this. I'll see to it myself. Riches beyond your wildest dreams.
I'm sorry, Moselle. We've both made a big enough mess. It's time to clean it up.
Blessed be the Almighty. You're going to do me in, aren't you? Well, if it must be done, I suppose I deserve it. And worse.
What? We aren't going to kill you. You just aren't coming with us.
Oh, could you at least tell the guards to bring me a pillow on your way out? This concrete is hardly appropriate for a good night's sleep. Guys, a pillow?
Ark, are you there?
Go for Arcadio.
Roush and I are going to the palace. Can you sneak out?
Yeah, the commander's passed out. I'm a little tipsy myself, but I think I can bust some heads.
No violence. This is going to be civil.
Right, sure it is. What's the plan?
We're going into the sewers.
Ugh, yeah, let me grab the rest of the booze. So let me get this straight. You gotta end the war, power down the weapon, get this guy's daughter back, and get safe passage home. Vess, you know this is crazy, right?
That's what I said.
Trust me, Ark. I've got a plan. Just follow my lead.
Yeah, I was just starting to like this place, too.
Guards! Guards!
Where's the other one?
The captain's escaped with Vesuvia.
Escaped?
Let me go, and I'll tell you everything I know.